Hey my people, what's going on? This is MajorTv. Let's talk. I was warned to stay away from what I'm about to talk about, but I find it hard not to even make a comment or two. I understand that black people is blind to trauma and toxicity and dysfunction, unfortunately. I understand that we're in a day and time where it's about clicks, views, and chasing the bag. Not for everyone, but a lot of people. I do believe that you don't always have to fight fire with fire. Sometimes you gotta fight fire with water and just put the flame out. First and foremost, I've spoke up Kwame Brown openly and gave him credit for how, for years, there were a lot of things that were being said about him that wasn't right, since whereas they were looking at the whole picture. And when I hear his story and I check out what he's talking about, and he talk about Stephen A. Smith and Charlamagne God and the No Spoke Cop podcast and what have you, and just people in general when that, I feel he was justified just venting, and people don't realize he had human experience. You just sit back and take critiques all that time, and people continuously come at you. How you supposed to respond? He may not have been right in everything, but most stuff he was right. Does it go along, get along? Gang he talked about or brought up, gatekeepers, that is real. People cannot get around that. And unfortunately, because of friendships or relationships, some people are not as verbal about it, or they're trying to downplay. And unfortunately for Dr. Bruce Watkins, who I've watched over the years, and this brother do provide a lot of health information, but I do have questions about him. But publicly, I'm not for bashing no brother, and when I do say things that call somebody out, because I feel like sometimes it be so blatant what people do. Now, I'm watching Kwame Brown breaking down Bruce Watkins' video, which I had seen the video where he was talking about Kwame. And this for Bruce Watkins particularly, Dr. Bruce Watkins particularly, he does sound condescending. He does do things, whereas when he talk about people, he do send shots out, he do undermine and go below the belt. And for me, listen to Kwame Brown break down his video, he has him dead right. And I feel a true friend gonna keep it 100, right? And when Kwame Brown was calling Charlamagne God out, people cool, what have you, I don't know the relationship behind the scenes, but people need to tell people when they're doing something wrong, as well as right. A true friend gonna let you know, hey, that's not cool, especially when you know it's not right. And for him try to downplay why Kwame Brown went on a rant and went off on people, he was picked on for years, and nobody can show where people spoke up for him. And for Bruce Watkins to play him like an idiot, go into all of the man's mind and say all these other things and what have you, it's just too much. I just feel like, for one, Bruce Watkins shouldn't get energy to it, first and foremost. Second, if you're going to talk about it, be real about the conversation. That's the problem with the black community right now. We don't know how to be real about the conversation. There has been a lot of things that black people have done in the media working for the power structure. There's a lot of things black people did, period. See, we don't want to admit that sometimes we have been sellouts. We don't admit sometimes that we didn't kiss ass. We don't admit sometimes that we have did things that wasn't cool, and there's nothing wrong with that. We have been messed up to a degree, whereas that classism, racism, sexism, all that's real. If you have a degree versus a person that don't have a degree, if you have money versus a person that don't have money, if you black and that person white or another group, well, I'm gonna say black or white, you know how it is. If you're a male and as a female, you know how society have us programmed, along with history and everything. You know what I'm saying? There's so much storylines and truths and so many things that's just obvious that black people know about, but still fall in that bag and feeling like they have to defend, justify, try to place themselves higher in life. And it's crazy. And it's sad because some of the most richest people don't even, it's recorded in history that you got people that's rich that don't even have a real education in the background with just skill and knew what the hell they was doing. Even if they had a degree, they wasn't higher in their class and what have you. But in our mind, we try to separate people based upon their background, what they know, don't know, so forth, so on. And a lot of times we pass judgment without even getting to know that person, not even understanding what's going on, not doing proper research. And it's sad, but then we have great minds, and we get these petty fights over what? Over what? Without being humble, without to listen. And the funny thing about it, people jumping on these stories just because they are stories, they're hot. YouTube algorithm is going crazy. But in the end, it's toxic. I don't think that it's wrong to have opinion or critique someone. But you have to understand, even with my channel, when I say certain things, people come at me, I have to respect it. I've been made fun of the way I speak. And so forth, so on, and I'm cool with that. I've been attacked for addressing certain things that I felt wasn't cool. I'm cool with that. But I'm going to be real with you. I comment on Kwame Brown's situation because he made people think, particularly black people, about how the Stephen A. Smith of the world, because if you don't know, Charlamagne Gars of the world, if you don't know, a lot of these brothers talk black, but they do things, whereas they tread how you do it? They're planning how you say this they're straddling the fence. I didn't watch Charlamagne Gars push mental health center therapists, and I started seeing a therapist, right? Not just because of him, but people, period, like, you need to just get stuff off your mental, get some advice and what have you. I believe in the Most High. I'm a spiritual brother. But okay, cool. Let me try to just see what's going on. And it's been fun, man. Just expressing myself and getting advice, right? Or just weighing things out. Just not dealing with nobody being biased because they're your friend or somebody that's cool with you, whatever, just going along with you. But really being confronted, getting pushed back about something, that's cool. But I watched this brother go at certain brothers and tear brothers down. I watched this brother spew stuff in the universe. Even when he said what he said about Kwame Brown and this, that, and that, and what have you. Bro, you talking about mental health. Why would you even spew stuff out there? Knowing the situation of black people, right? But to make a long story short, same with Stephen A. Smith. I watched this brother go after black athletes that messed up. But he will not say nothing about none of these white people that have beaten, have raped, have used the N-word and what have you, athletes. In the case of Robert Kraft, what happened in Miami at the Agent Salon in the rape charge. You never hear that, but you will hear this brother openly say, Stephen A. Smith, oh man, you know you black, you know how to treat black people. That's even more so why you shouldn't say nothing bad about what they do. I'm talking about black athletes. And for this brother to go hard, and I didn't watch this brother go hard. And then to learn about how he talked about this brother being a bust all them years, Kwame Brown. We still talk dealing with the mental, right? And people understand why when Steven Jackson and Matt Burns came out and said what they said about his brother, why the brother said enough was enough. And he just went hard, right? Now I was watching a brother podcast. He's from Brownsville, Georgia. He's from the area where Kwame Brown from. And he really went at Bruce Watkins about him not knowing, not doing research, not understanding how Kwame Brown done a lot in their community and whatnot. And I offered the brother to come on the show because he's directly from that area, just to kind of get some clarity on it. But it's crazy how when you put yourself in a position, right? Like Bruce Watkins did, comment, and his brother responded to him, how now undermining, going below the belt, saying things, falling into that mindset, whereas that's why black people can't talk. That's why black people can't have a simple discourse and just talk. This could have been behind the scenes. See, we don't do that no more. We take everything to social media or YouTube. What happened to get in touch with that person some kind of way? I don't understand what's going on with black people, but you can't expect nobody to unify when it's chaotic like this. You can't expect nobody to see what you're trying to say when you're building a platform or have a nice, viable, strong platform, but you still, the things you're talking about, you're not applying in certain instances. That should be applied in this case. This brother had a moment, he had a right to express himself, considering there was black people that went at him, not white, black people went at Kwame Brown. And for people to come in there and comment and say things and not expect pushback, and then the funny part about it, not saying nothing to really look at what this brother's saying and weighing it out objectively, they come in there, like you said, buddy, friendship type thing. That's how I appear, because we know Charlamagne and God have straddled the fence. We know about Stephen A. Smith. We know about the people out here, so I don't even understand why it should be all this. But we not being real with ourselves at all. So for me, making this video was tough because I know that I can be thrown on the bus. I know they can come after me, but I really don't care. But I want to have a simple discourse with my black people and let people know that this is not the way we should go. If you're not going to mess with it, don't mess with it. But if you're going to mess with it, you got to go all the way into it deep. And understand why Kwame Brown said what he said, why he was upset. Right? Go back and look at the 20 years of what they've been saying about this brother. Go back and research what this brother did in his neighborhood, what have you. Because if you don't know about these things, you should watch what you say about something you don't know about. Do your research. Hope this young brother who I sent the email out in his comment come on my platform. So I really want to talk about this Kwame Brown thing, because it's really, really deep what's been exposed with Kwame Brown in reference to the gatekeepers on the Get Along gang and what have you, what he's saying and whatnot. Because we have to start calling a spade if it's so. And we have to admit when we're wrong. So I really think that with that situation, that could have been handled better, where it shouldn't have spiraled to what it spiraled to, where these two brothers is getting into it and having words. And I understand why Kwame went at Dr. Bruce Watkins like that. He put himself in that position. Now, talking about the more, I don't know, the more disrespectful and uncomfortable conversation about MajorTv or Taco Bay versus Meet Your Ex. Y'all know publicly I spoke out against this brother when he first talking about GMJ last year. I come back and did a video. I spoke about him, and the people that just was just commenting on it, they didn't have no business saying what they say or making it public, right? But then I had directly made a video to him. He jumped my mention, and actually come on the show. I said I'm not gonna do that because he don't have no integrity. I call him a clown, right? I don't really watch his channel. I heard he made a comment the way I talk and so forth, so he don't really call my name out, and that's cool. But I'm specifically, talking about this person because not about the GMJ thing. We already know the obsession. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm looking at him and Meet Your Ex and how this is just out of control, right? Well, this brother don't see nothing he's doing wrong. He don't see that going after this sister and go on attack mode just because she said something he didn't like. I called him out on hypocritical, unfair attacks that he's done on black people just because he want to play the police, the prosecutor, judge, and jury. Just because he feels his job to expose black people to black people, right? When his job should be exposing this country, what they have done to us, that made us into the people we are. He gets upset and go at the system. I don't know who possesses anybody to put in their mind that every time they have a disagreement, a misunderstanding, they have to be aggressive like that and just do what they do. He know I don't like his sambo ways. He know I don't like the fact that he got that double tongue you use. You speak on the spiritual side, religious side. You speak about what we should do in the community. You'll say something about the Europeans and blah, blah, blah. But then turn around and go on a rant trying to test somebody down. And we know he's infamous of attacking GMJ, which all this brother ever did was encourage and inspire people to stand up for themselves and do it legally and respectfully and be willing to die if necessary. But you know what this brother mad about? This brother mad about because he said GMJ said something about Emmys. GMJ said he was over in Cincinnati protesting because he said it was a lie and he got receipts to prove it. Even give him the benefit of doubt. Even give him the benefit of doubt, even though me and GMJ talked, I done chopped it up. He done showed me receipts himself and showed me things, right? And address almost everything that's been said about him. This brother felt the need to always talk about Jack. I heard him say his own mouth, "Oh, since GMJ name is really all the YouTube algorithm, why not talk about it? I just took the opposing side." That's one of the stupidest, ignorant things to say if you know that what you're doing can tear this brother down, can discourage a real movement. And then you going to say, "Oh, I just don't like him, I like NFAC." NFAC came from his mind. How can you say that? It's so hypocritical. But we don't really get the idea of what we're doing because we get caught up into the toxic and dysfunctional behavior. We get caught up in that. And there are sisters and brothers that love this brother, you know what I'm saying, donate and what have you. And I'm looking like, damn, what is he saying that's so relevant that can really help black people? I mean, why? What happened to just being positive? What happened to, even when you tell a story, to try to figure out integrity? Look, if whites haven't showed you nothing, I don't care how much Donald Trump has been busting about over 100-something lies, I don't know, 1,000 lies. They supported him. And what I don't get is, even if Jay did lie, why is such a big deal? Is it stopping you from getting money? Have any black person got shot, got locked up? I mean, let's be real. They talk about the discharge and what have you and whatnot, but that was already explained. I don't understand. And when this sister spoke out against you and said what you said, she observed looking at you outside in. She looking outside in and looking at you and be like, damn, why is this brother always trying to tear other black people down? What is wrong with this brother? This brother is really tripping. She called you out like I did and many did. And you went hard to sister. Nobody should have a larger platform. Many followers. And you just went in, you know. And the funny part about it is, what is the goal? What are you trying to show? The same you trying to show with Jim J. As much as I've been trying to watch your videos, I can't even watch your videos long enough to understand what you're saying because it's nothing but dysfunction and toxicity that you're sharing the community. It's nothing but trauma. It's nothing but bad things. I'm talking when I watch it. I see sometimes you try to be serious about your questions and, oh, I don't care about the personal stuff and what have you. Why are you even doing this, bro? I don't see nothing that made you Jim J, anybody did for you to just go at anybody like that. Look, I'm not justifying nothing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to give anybody right or wrong, but I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times we shouldn't entertain anybody like that. But when we do that, we put ourselves in positions. And I know Michi can hold on. I know this, you know what I'm saying? And she is holding on, but it's just unfair to just watch how a person go on your background and try to talk about you, all the bad things they say you did. People try to tell on the people you went at it and so forth. And I'm like, damn, man, you mean to tell me you're supposed to be for God's people and doing the right thing? You want to go at this person because they called you out. That's all emotions, bro. There's nothing objective about that. But you put yourself in that position, so you have to deal with it. I don't get it. I don't understand what's all this all about. Well, I do understand. I take it back. I do understand what it's all about, but it's sad because as a people, we're supposed to rise above all that. I'm trying to keep my platform clean. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to exhibit more spiritual personality, character, spirituality, personality, character, to the people. More of a positive vibration, a mindset that we don't have to settle for less, a mindset that we don't have to entertain a lot of nonsense. We need to be teaching our people correctly about the history. We need to bring spiritualism, not religion, spiritualism in our people's life. We need to teach our people how to handle money. Why is it important to be informed? We should teach our people how to build. Push black businesses, buying black empowerment, taking our community back. We should focus on the ignorance in our community, the violence, the drugs. We should focus on having solutions for our people, not tearing down anyone, not going at anyone directly like that. And I know there's time when that got to be done. And what's going on with Kwame and Burst, with Michi and Tahaka may have to happen. But there have to be some middle ground to all this. We can't constantly be fighting and so forth, so on. I know all of us want to be saved, and I know some people, man, look, there's no hope for them. You got to put them in the Most High hand. But we truly want black love, black unity, black empowerment. We have to start acting like it. All that back and forthness, all the drama, all the toxicity, all the dysfunction is something that we have become immune to. And this being sold in our community. We know about the reality TV shows and what have you, how dysfunction and toxic it is, you know. And our people have grown immune to it. We have to change storyline, the moral story. We have to change the whole idea of all that. Present more of a positive picture. Too many times we let white people control narratives, control our life, how we believe, how we think, how we feel, how we should love, what we should say. And A lot of times we'll be knowing that we're being manipulated, brainwashed to do and say and believe things that we do every day. So look, I had to talk about this. I know this won't feel well with some people. That's cool. I'm open to, real conversation about it. Y'all can comment. Or share. New to the channel, hit that notification button, subscribe button. I drop content all the time. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay focused, stay on cool, and just be black. Peace.
Advertising violence like a product, making zombies weak-minded, easy science, anti-crisis. It's a crisis, son.